Hey everyone, welcome back to the Gadget Sage, your chill corner of the internet for all things tech, gadgets, and the latest updates that affect how we live, work, and play with technology. Today's episode is all about Apple's growing interest in health, and I mean serious health stuff, not just the Apple Watch nudging you to stand up. We're also going to talk about new iPads with powerful chips on the way, what's expected at WWDC this year, and some interesting developments with AirPods and Apple Retail. Apple's health plans, more than just step counting. All right, let's start with the health angle because this part honestly surprised me the most. So here's what's going on. Apple is working on a big update to its health app, and it sounds like they want to turn your iPhone or Apple Watch into more than just a tracker, something more like a digital health assistant. Now, I'm not saying it'll replace doctors or anything like that, but the idea is to use all the health data your devices already collect, stuff like heart rate, sleep, maybe activity levels, and have an AI system give you personalized tips. Like, if it notices your heart rate's been a bit high or your sleep's off, it might suggest ways to improve or show you videos explaining what's going on. And here's the cool part. Apple's reportedly working with real doctors to help build out the content. So this isn't just AI guessing, it's actually backed by medical insight. There's also talk about new nutrition tools like meal tracking and maybe even using your phone's camera to check your form when you exercise. None of this is live yet, by the way, but it might roll out with iOS 19, maybe later this year or early next. Honestly, if they pull it off well, it could be really helpful, way more than just counting steps or tracking calories. iPads are getting beefed up. Meet the M5 switching gears a bit. Let's talk iPads. Apple's reportedly testing new iPad Pro models that will feature the upcoming M5 chip. That's the next step up from the M4, which already gave a nice speed boost to the iPad line. The new M5 iPads are expected sometime in the second half of 2025, so not too far off. If you're someone who does creative work, video editing, or even just heavy multitasking, this could be a pretty nice upgrade. Also, for the long-term planners, Apple's working on iPads that include in-house modem chips. That means better connectivity and more control over how the device connects to networks. Those are likely a couple of years away, but still something to keep on the radar. WWDC 2025, iOS 19 might look different. All right, let's move on to WWDC 2025, Apple's big developer conference. It's happening in early June, and this is where they usually announce new software updates for iPhones, iPads, Macs, all of it. Now, what's got people talking is iOS 19. There are rumors that it might get a fresh look, a redesign inspired by Apple's Vision OS, which is the system they use for their Vision Pro headset. That could mean a cleaner, lighter interface, maybe more glassy effects, smarter layouts, stuff like that. It's probably not going to be a total overhaul, but more of a modern refresh. We're also expecting to hear more about that updated health app during the event. So if you're into new features and early betas, definitely something to watch. AirPods Max update and a quiet retail shift. Here's something for the audio lovers. Apple's latest AirPods Max, the ones with USB-C, are getting lossless audio support when used with a cable. It's a wired-only thing, but if you're into super high-quality sound, this might be a neat upgrade. Now, for most people, it probably won't matter much, but if you're an audiophile, could be worth checking out. Also, on the business side, Apple made a leadership change in their retail division. They appointed someone new to oversee all Apple stores globally. Not a huge thing for customers, but sometimes changes like this can affect how product launches are handled or how the store experience evolves. Something to keep an eye on over time. Apple Intelligence lands on Vision Pro. What's new? All right, now let's talk about the Apple Vision Pro. Apple just released Vision OS 2.4, and with it, they're officially bringing Apple Intelligence features to the Vision Pro headset. So if you're one of the few early adopters rocking a Vision Pro, this is a pretty solid update. Here's what's new. First, you're getting AI writing tools. These can help you rewrite, proofread, or summarize text right inside apps that support input. So if you're typing something up or editing content in the headset, Apple's AI can give you a hand or, well, a thought bubble. You're also getting access to Image Playground and Genmoji. That means you can now create AI-generated images and emojis right in mixed reality. Honestly, this sounds like one of those things you don't need, but will definitely mess around with for fun. One feature that could actually be super useful is in the Photos app. With the update, Vision Pro now supports natural language search, meaning you can say something like, "Find the picture of me and the dog at the beach," and it should just find it. No scrolling through endless albums with floating windows in your face. Nice. They've also added the ability to create something called a memory movie on Vision Pro, just like on the Mac. You pick a theme or type a phrase, and it pulls your photos and videos into a highlight reel. Kind of a fun way to watch your memories in 3D space. Now, aside from the AI features, Vision OS 2.4 also brings in more spatial content. There's a new app called Spatial Gallery, which showcases immersive experiences in areas like art, culture, nature, sports, and entertainment. Apple says this gallery will get new content regularly, so it might turn into a go-to space to explore cool visuals, kind of like a rotating VR museum. Also, there's now an Apple Vision Pro app for iPhone. With it, you can queue up downloads, check system info, and get tips or recommendations for new Vision Pro content. There's a Discover page too, which highlights apps, games, and experiences you might have missed. And just like with the rest of Apple's platforms, Vision Pro users also now get priority notifications, notification summaries, mail summaries, and image wand support in Notes. In short, the Vision Pro is finally getting features that iPhone and Mac users started seeing a few updates ago. One thing to keep in mind, as of now, most Apple Intelligence features only work when your device and Siri are set to US English. So full localization may take a little longer to roll out globally, but support for more languages is growing fast, including French, German, Italian, Spanish, Japanese, Korean, simplified Chinese, and more. So yeah, big update for Vision Pro, not just bug fixes, real features that bring it closer to being a full-fledged Apple platform instead of just a futuristic preview. If you're using one already, this should definitely make the experience a lot richer. And if you're still watching from the sidelines, it's just one more reason to keep an eye on Apple's mixed reality journey. All right, quick update on the AI front, because Apple just rolled out some fresh features under its Apple Intelligence Suite with the launch of iOS 18.4, iPadOS 18.4, and macOS Sequoia 15.4. The highlight here? Something called priority notifications. Now, if you're like me and your phone is a notification graveyard, pings from apps you forgot you even had, this might actually be useful. The idea is your phone's AI will figure out which notifications actually matter and surface those at the top. So you won't miss that urgent message or calendar alert just because your coffee app sent you a coupon. If it works well, this could be a small but super helpful change. Apple also added some creative upgrades. The Image Playground app, which is their AI-powered image generator, now includes a new sketch style. It's meant for more technical, academic, or detailed drawings. So if you're into presentations, school projects, or just like doodling with tech, this might be a fun tool to try. Over on the Mac, you can now create a memory movie just by typing a short description, like make a video of our beach trip, and your Mac will pull your photos and videos together into a little highlight reel. Not groundbreaking, but kind of a cool way to relive memories. Now for folks in the EU, Apple Intelligence is finally rolling out across Europe. It had been delayed because of regional tech rules, but now iPhones, iPads, and the Apple Vision Pro in the EU can all access these AI features, at least in US English for now. Speaking of languages, Apple also expanded support for a bunch of new ones. You've now got Spanish, French, German, Japanese, Korean, Brazilian Portuguese, simplified Chinese, and even localized English for India and Singapore. So that's a big step forward in making Apple's AI tools feel more global. And now, emoji fans, this one's for you. The update includes a few new emojis. We're talking a paint splatter, a fingerprint, a tired face with bags under its eyes, which, let's be honest, a lot of us relate to, plus a shovel and even a root vegetable. So yeah, we're getting hyper-specific with emoji these days. Lastly, there's also a new Apple News Plus food section, basically a recipe companion inside the News app. It dropped alongside some child safety features and a few tweaks to the Photos app and other services. All in all, Apple's still rolling out its AI features bit by bit. It's not a huge AI reveal moment, but these small updates are slowly adding up. All right, quick detour before we wrap. Nintendo is announcing the Switch 2 this week on April 2nd. It's not a total redesign, but the new model is expected to have a bigger screen, better performance, and possibly a new kickstand setup. If you're a gamer or know someone waiting for a Switch upgrade, this could be the moment. We'll find out more during their live stream. So that's a quick look at what's going on in the Apple world right now, and a little extra from Nintendo. We've got Apple's health tools getting smarter, iPads getting faster, and iOS likely getting a refresh. Whether you upgrade every year or just like keeping up with what's new, it's cool to see tech moving more toward wellness and daily life usefulness, not just raw specs and flashy designs. Thanks for hanging out with me on the Gadget Sage. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend, follow the podcast, or leave a comment if you're tuning in on YouTube. Until next time, take care and stay curious.